Hello friends, welcome to Free Automation Learning channel and my name is Chirag. So now we are going to discuss how we handle calendar in Selenium Webdriver. We already discussed in my previous video how we can handle web table. So calendar and web table logic and approach would be same. How we can the same way how we handle web table, we handle same way a calendar. So my approach would be same. I just want to show you how we can select or write our code to handle calendar. So now I'm going to HTML tag. So first, as you see on my screen, there is a header part, same as web table has, and there is a body part same as web table has. So the approach and the implementation would be the same. So let me open and show you the calendar. So for this demo I'm going to use makemytrip.com. It is a famous website to book your ticket. So let me show you what is a what is a calendar and how we can automate through Selenium Webdriver. So guys, this is a calendar. Someday we have a scenario that we have to select today's date, and today's date should be present display on the screen, or we have to select 10th day in the month. So this type of scenario we have to automate. Right now let me show you how this web element display for calendar. I clicked here, and if you see that the approach would be the same. This is a table and this is a class. That class has been changed. It is a calendar UI data picker calendar, and this table, this is, if you expand this, there would be the header. This would be the header which show Monday, Tuesday, right? And this is a tr. Let me close this header, and this is the tr, how many rows in this table and how many columns in this calendar. So the approach would be the same. First we have to identify how many rows present in this. Let me close this. So first we have to identify how many rows present in this calendar, and how we can select how we can select a particular column. So according to your scenario, your code would be the same, but the logic would be the same, right? According to your logic, your code would be the change. You can have to select previous day, so you have to give -1 or like that, but the logic would be the same. So I'm going to discuss the logic, how we can automate calendar. So let me open my Eclipse class. This is my project, and I'm going to create a new class. This is a tutorial 29. And I'm adding main method and generates command, right? So here I'm going to create a setup method, which I always do if you see my previous video. So first I have to declare WebDriver. Now I have to initiate driver is equal to new Firefox driver. Now I will maximize my driver window by using maximize method. I will give implicit weight. So hope guys you understand what is implicit weight, how we can maximize window, because this is the basic. Now I Hope you understand the basic of Selenium Webdriver. If you do not understand, please go and watch my video. Now I will get URL. So I will copy this make my trip and paste here. Now I will select public void. Let me correct my spelling for the public void select date. Here we will give a date. From the method we add a parameter date, it is an int. Now let me show what I am going to do here. So let me refresh the make my trip. First I'm going to check, let me open the web element. So first I am going to the check what would be the present date display here, and then I will pass one parameter which add that date. Suppose there is a 6 date, I have to go, or my test case would say that select the date, future date, or the date which is 2 days future from the current date. So that type of scenario I am going to cover in this video. So this is the important or basic scenario for this type of application where we have to book a ticket, right? So what would my approach? I'm going to first identify the XPath of this. So this would be the XPath. If you depart date, and let me open this again, click on this and will create my own XPath here. Input. Guys, hope you are now able to write your XPath, and if you have any problem then please comment me or mail me. I will surely resolve your problems, right? If you have not watched my video for XPath, you just go and watch. And I have also shared one XPath tool. By using that tool you easily identify the XPath, CSS, any kind of thing. So just go and watch my video if you do not know about that tool. So first I am clicked on, let me open this. Now I have to identify the XPath of this. So what would be my XPath? And if I'm going to this is multicolor, this is block, let me take this and check how many classes present. So guys, by seeing my video you can also know how we will identify XPath, because I do this at runtime. So you can see there would be a 6 match for this. If I go to and take this class, then I will see how many matches comes. So that's way I have to take a unique value. So you can see there is only a one match. Now I go to expand this, and will select this 6. So I am here, and I have go to this table, or let me use this. use this first. Div @class, so I will get one. Now you can see how I identify the XPath. So you would use the same approach, right? How we can identify the XPath. Now we can see there would be a 6. Now I have to work on T-body, so I will go T-body and there would be the 5 matches. So I copy this XPath which I have created just now in front of you, and I take as this a list for web element, and by web element I write name row list driver dot find elements by dot XPath. I will identify all the web elements through this. Now for the log, I'm print number of row list dot size. Now I'm going to start first loop, that is for the this for row, right? This is a row list dot size -1 I plus plus. Let me do now this, and then I have to identify the column. Right, so I have to just create a new list. This would be a list for web element. So guys, you can see that here I will write code in front of you. You can also observe in other videos or other channel, they just write the code and understand and write the code in without video in previous video in, and then you understand the code. But I am write down the code in front of you so that you can understand more clearly. So now I'm going to list. Here would I use row list dot get. I will pass I dot find elements by dot XPath would be TD. Yes. Now I will go to start new loop for the column. Here we will identify the column. So this will be rows dot size -1 j plus plus, and now if we see we have a column. Now I have to check identify this class because this is a current date class, so I will identify by this using this. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to identify this class, because you can see all these classes are disabled, but this class is enabled because it is a present current date class. So first I identify the current date, then I will add the day which I want to add or select in future. This way my test script would not hard coded or would not fail in any condition. So this is the main thing when we write the code to handle such scenarios, right? So now I'm going to string class name would be null and integer select date would be 0. So how I can handle, I will first class name is equal to call list dot get dot j dot find element. Let me check td not able to find element. Just go to this td, and by using get attribute, I already discussed what is a get attribute. By using get attribute we can easily identify the attribute value, right? So I'm passing this class because here I am going to identify the class. So just write class name for the log. It would be easy for me if any exception or this code will not work, right? So now I'm here, and if class name dot equals this present name, this would be my name, class name. What I'm doing here, I'm just identify the present name, present date, right? So this is what I'm doing here, right? Now just again go and identify call list dot get j dot find element by dot tag name is equal to a. What I'm doing here, I just identify these things. You can see this thing, but the 6 value is on a. So now I'm going to identify a and get tags, right? So here what I am going to just let me give int current date is equal to 0 or current date go. I will now change string to integer so that I can easily add my current date and future date. In the end of the video you will easily understand what I am doing here, right? So this is a little bit complicated code, I know, but just you stick with me and soon you will understand what I am doing now. So here I just identify this string and convert into the integer, and I give the current date to this. Now I am going to add select date. Select date would be my current date plus the date which I want to add, right? So this would be my select date. Now I am going to this would be column break is equal to false. I'm here declare to or initialize to boolean row break equal to false. Now column break would be true here, and if column name would be true, just go and identify if it would be true, and if call list dot get dot j dot find element by dot tag name a dot get tags and convert this for the dot equals. Now I'm again going to convert integer as a string, right? Just let me take out this and create a new. This is the mistake. I solved this mistake and just copy, and that was only syntax mistake. So when you encounter that syntax mistake, just do same what I did now, right? And just go and print here. Let me check what would be the error now. Right, now just copy again and just go to click and break. For here we just initiate row breaker would be true at this condition, and when this has finished, now if row breaker would be true, break my row loop. So guys, hope you understand this code. Let me show you. First we just click on that calendar icon, then we have to identify all tr which is present, and we kept on row list elements. Now we identify the rows, and just after that we initialize this select date integer, current date, column break, row break, a boolean. Now we just started it this row loop and identify the column list. Then we identify the column, and then we identify the class name, because we have to identify class name because there would be the class name which is known as today date. We by identify this, we identify the today date. Suppose there would be a 7, then this class name would be the today date. So this would be help us to identify the today date. Then we just, by doing this, we convert a string into integer, because we have to add our date here. Then at that condition, when we this match, we just true this call break, and if call break is true, just go and match whether this 8, 6, 9, 10, this value would be same what we have to select it. If it is same matches, then click on that value, and here we put row break true and break that column loop. If row break would be true, break the loop and come out. So let me run this and see what would be the output. So I have run my script. Just make me, I have to create the object for this. I do not created object, that's why it was not run. Tutorial (29) obj is equal to new tutorial 29 and obj dot setup and obj dot select date. So here I am going to pass today is 6, so I'm going to pass 2. So the output would be like that. It will select 8 May, right? Because today is 6 May. I'm going to run this program and see what will be the output here. So you can see Firefox has been launched, and make my trip also going to uploading, and it will soon launch. And let me see what would be the XPath. Okay, this is class, so just let me show, click. This would be the same which I have passed here. Maybe this is different from the runtime, so I have now I have again copied this. Now it will match, and see what would be the my output, right? So let me run again this program. So guys, this is the normal thing when we copy paste from the website, then maybe some extra text has been come, so at the runtime we have to identify that value and just pass again our script. So this type of things you have to take care. Let me see that. So maybe there is something happened. I have to add some weight for here. Because this type of weight we have to handle when we do not maintain the synchronization. I already discussed the synchronization. So here I'm not using synchronization, that's why I'm passing hard-coded wait here. This is because today is my network is slow, that's why this website is loading not properly way. So again Firefox has been launched. Now we will see what would be the result. So you can see that website is not loading properly as my network is slow today. You can see that 8 May has been selected here, right? You can see that 8 May has been selected here. So this is my, let me comment this class because I do not have to use class. This is for the log because I have to identify the class name which I already identify in my previous run, right? So you can see that today is 6 May and 8 May has been selected. Now let me show one more run. Let me pass value here, it's 12 days, so it would be 6 and 12, 18 May would be selected by our code. So guys, this is the code. Yes, this is a little bit complicated code, but hopefully you understand the code what I wrote, and I will upload this code into Git. You can download or clone my project from the GitHub so that you can easily understand what I was discussing in this video, right? So thank you for watching this video, and you can see that 18 May has been selected by using this code. So hopefully you like this video, and thanks for watching this video. Bye bye. वीडियो बनाई भी थी मैंने, या बहन चौदह आधे घंटे से ऐसी बकचोदी मार दी बनी तो है यार। सही बनी, मार दिया था यार। ले बहन